Our next speaker is Caitlin Hall. Caitlin is a master's student at ACAP, a counsellor, a member of the Carmen Rupe Memorial Trust Advisory Committee, the chair of the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras Trans and Gender Diverse Working Group. Please come to the stage, Caitlin. Now, Caitlin's going to talk about resilience with respect to mindfulness and self-compassion. That was just a little note that we're running late.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to speak to you on two intimately related areas, mindfulness and self-compassion. Resilience researchers Karen Ryvik and Andrew Shatty assert that being mindful and kind to oneself is integral to resilience in all domains of life. My own experience bears that out. According to self-compassion researcher Christian Neff, self-compassion involves accepting thoughts and feelings without judgment and identification, along with having an awareness of self-kindness. According to psychiatrist Daniel Siegel, mindfulness is a type of attunement to the self that involves a moment-to-moment, non-judgmental awareness of both the internal and external worlds. Many of us in the trans community, though, have been traumatised and as a result experience shame. The Jungian analyst Donald Kalshed suggests that trauma can lead to a regular re-experiencing of the traumatic events and a pervading sense of shame. This stops us from being mindful and self-compassionate. Daniel Siegel suggests that a great way to reawaken the mindfulness we are all born with is meditation. While there are many forms of meditation, Vipassana meditation is perhaps the foundational practice. This form of meditation involves self-observation through awareness of the body. According to Buddhist teacher Jack Cornfield, a deceptively simple but profoundly effective Vipassana meditation practice is breath awareness. This practice involves focusing on the sensation of the breath, on the inhalation and the exhalation. Noticing when the attention wanders and then gently, lovingly bringing the attention back to the breath again and again. The goal is not to empty the mind, but to notice when the attention wanders and bring the attention back to the breath. In my own practice, my mind will often wander to what I'm having for dinner and what I need to get at the shops. Daniel Siegel notes that there is a growing body of research that shows that this noticing actually leads to changes in the brain, neuroplasticity. And this is the primary point of what I'm talking to you about, that we can change our own brains through attention. Specifically, the brain's executive centre, the frontal cortex, grows larger and is able to more effectively integrate the disparate areas of the brain. Wow, this is amazing. We can change our own brains by simply using our attention. The key, though, is regular practice and accepting that at times this practice can be frustrating, and as the mind seems to wander off in all sorts of random directions. Siegel suggests that with as little as 10 minutes a day of this breath awareness, that the process of neuroplasticity can be ignited. Excitingly too, the research also shows this area of the brain is correlated with compassion, including self-compassion. This is a win-win scenario. By focusing on their breath, a person can develop mindfulness and self-compassion amongst many other benefits. Buddhist teacher Sharon Salzberg has suggested that metta, or loving kindness meditation, is another form of meditation that can promote all forms of compassion. In this meditation, phrases of kindness and compassion are directed to the self and others. A typical phrase from this form of meditation is, "May I be happy and live with a joyful heart. May I be healthy and have a body that gives me energy. May I be safe and protected from harm. May I live with the ease that comes from well-being." These phrases are first directed to the self, then to mentors, friends, colleagues, people we have a conflict with, and then to the whole world of living creatures, and then back to ourselves. Daniel Siegel asserts that these loving kindness phrases activate important social circuitry in the brain, and again leads to neuroplasticity. Personally, I've benefited tremendously from these meditation practices. Thoughts of my own traumatic experiences are significantly fewer. And when they do arise, feelings of shame have been replaced with a genuine caring compassion for myself. I do urge anyone, however, that has experienced trauma to have support from a mental health professional or a Buddhist teacher before embarking on a regular meditation practice. There are many free resources available on the internet for breath awareness and loving kindness meditation, along with other forms of meditation practice. I would suggest Daniel Siegel, Sharon Salzburg and Tara Brach's websites as great starting places. My heart goes out to everyone here for their uniquely courageous journeys. I'd like to close with two excerpts from the poem Abra Laperte by the Jungian analyst Clarissa Pinkola Estes. This poem reminds us of the opportunities that wounds bring us when we open ourselves to them. Anything that hurts us, anything that needs us, opens the door. Abra Laperte, open the door. Step through that hole, it is an opening. That hole is a threshold. That hole is a door. Abra Laperte, open the door. Abra Laperte, open the door. Thank you.